Hi, this is Earth Essentials by the Goddess, and I want to share a quick message with you guys. I got a download about energy and relationships, and I want to share it with you. So, when two people come together, they're meant to actually manifest with each other. Build empires and elevate and grow. Right. So, the message I got this morning was, how can you grow properly when you're mixing with toxic energies? Okay. And what I mean by that is so many people are real big on polygamy and three-way relationships and things like that, but they're not realizing that you're mixing energies. Every time you're intimate with a person, you're mixing energies. When you invite that person into your space, into your energy field, you're mixing energies, whether you're intimate or not. And I myself, I'm very, very sensitive to energies. Um, I read energies. I am a Reiki energy healer. So I deal with energies daily, right? So when you're in a relationship with someone, whoever you're in that relationship with, you're mixing energies with that person that you're seeing, whether it's in a polygamy or three-way. So it's very important, right? And it's very important and mindful. It's very important to be mindful, excuse me, about who you're mixing energies with. Because mixing energies with different people can either bring you abundance or bring you great lack. Okay? So when I'm talking about energies, I'm not just talking about sexual. Sexual is a huge part of it, but I'm also talking about the mental aspect, the emotional aspect, and the spiritual aspect. So it's important to be on the same plane, meaning as you are spiritually compatible, you are emotionally compatible, you are mentally compatible, right? Um, and my thoughts, not knocking what anybody does, if they like polygamy or three ways, so mote be, that's, to each his own. But I don't prefer that. And the reason why I don't prefer that, because I know what my energy does, what my energy is like, and how my energy helps people, right? So I'm very mindful with that because I understand that a lot of times with me pouring into people, if I'm not careful, they will be in turn draining me. Goes back to the three-way and the polygamy. Uh, Whatever that person is struggling with, whether it's spiritual, mental, or emotional, when you mix energies, you're getting that, right? So if it's something that a person is doing undercover or whatever, once you're in their energy field or they're in your energy field, you're getting their energy. And you're not realizing, wow, my money is being affected, or I'm feeling some type of way, or I feel off balance, or I'm confused, or my emotions all over the place. That's because you're mixing energies. Uh, and so I'm very mindful with that. That's the reason why I'm so much on being in a relationship with one person. Uh, I believe that two people can build an empire. You don't need three, four, five, six, seven, eight. And a lot of times that's because, let's think about this. How can you equally love two and three people the same? You can't. You can't do that. You can say, oh, I love this person, or I'm in love with this person, but you can never love two people the same way. So someone is going to receive lack when it comes to an even exchange of energy. And when that person is receiving lack, that's where you get hidden envy, jealousy, grudges, animosity. And then you have people in the background that are doing things against you. And you're not realizing, where is this coming from? Well, it's stemming from jealousy. Because a person can tell you all day long, oh, I love both of y'all the same. There's no way you can't. And I'm saying that because family members, friends. You never love them all the same. You don't. Some of them you're closer to than others. Some of them that you love, but you just don't deal with, the way that you'll deal with the other person. So there's no way that you can love everybody else the same, especially when you're doing in terms of intimacy, an intimate relationship with someone. There's no way. Um, and I'm gonna say for me a prime example. If I was in a relationship with two men, I wouldn't love them the same because one man would bring something out of me that another man couldn't, or another man don't. You see? So I would gravitate towards that person that brings the better part out of me with that energy. The person that makes me feel the most comfortable, the person that understands me more, the person that I feel more free with. And I mean, that's with any and everybody, even with friends. You're going to hang with those friends who you love. You have a group of friends, you love them, but you're going to hang with those friends more who you feel closer to, you feel more free with, you feel more yourself with. You can talk to them more, you can reveal more to them, right? So that goes in terms of intimate relationships. And that's the reason why I said that if you're in these multiple relationships, you're not going to give them the same energy. You can't. Nobody can. Even your children. You love them. You love them all. But it's a different type of love, right? Different people feed you differently. You feed different people differently. And I mean that on a spiritual, emotional, and mental level, you know? And even in terms of sex. You may be more free with this person sexually than you are with that one. So again, there's not going to be an even exchange of energy. So for me personally, I believe when you're in a relationship, it's very important to be in a relationship with someone. That person can be your confidant, your friend, your lover. That person that really builds you up, feels you, helps you to develop and grow the way you need to. And a lot of people don't agree with that, but I mean, we're talking in terms of energy. you know so when you're talking in terms of energy, you have to look at how the energy is transmuted. How do you feel when you're in this person's presence? Are you more connected with this person than that person? And the person you're more connected to is the person you're gonna gear more towards, right? So that other person is going to be shortchanged, or what I like to say, breadcrumbed. And when you start breadcrumbing people, then there will be hidden emotions, of jealousy or whatever. Um, so that's the reason why I personally don't agree with that. I'm a person that I believe that there's one somebody for one somebody, because we were made in pairs, just like the animals and the birds, and everything was made in pairs. Even the energies. You got the feminine and the masculine, you know. So uh it's not two feminines and two masculines, or two feminines and one masculine, or one masculine or one feminine and two masculines. It's a masculine and a feminine, you know. So I just don't like to mix energies like that, because I mean, it may start off fun and good and things like that, but as time goes on, there will be chaos. And there always is. You know, uh, I remember growing up, my grandmama used to say all the time, there's only one woman that can run a house. Two women can't run a house, or there's going to be conflict. And in terms of men, there's only one man that can run a house. You know, there's going to be conflict, and you find that in your children. As your children are becoming teenagers and they're getting older, the son may challenge the dad, and then the dad has to show, hey, I am the head honcho. And in terms of the mother, the girl may challenge the mother, and she have to show, hey, I am the head house, the head honcho. So again, there can't be a team with that in that way. Now there can be a team of one masculine and one feminine. That's a great team because they balance each other out. That means that that masculine is providing what that feminine needs emotionally, mentally, and spiritually, and vice versa. But there's no way that, in my opinion, and my experiences, and the knowledge and the downloads that I have gotten from the spiritual realm, that there will be an even exchange of energy when you have multiple partners. Like I said, it may start off nice, cool, fun, and everything, but there will eventually be chaos because people have a thing of, hey, I need for you to provide for me this emotionally. I need you to put this amount of time in with me. Regardless if you're an introvert or extrovert. When you're with a partner, you are requiring a certain amount of respect, love, adornment, time, effort, and you cannot completely put in the correct amount of time, effort, love to multiple people. No, somebody's going to be drained, right? How are you going to be constantly getting filled up? I mean, men see it, women see it, I'm not a saint, but I am a healer and I have evolved. And I remember when I was younger and I called myself playing the field, let me tell you, that stuff was a headache. It was. It was a headache. And a lot of times, I'm going to be honest, I've always been a upfront person. So a lot of times when I was playing the field, I mean, you know, you know about each other. But in the end of the day, it was still draining because I got to make up with this person or give this person time or I got to do this over here. It's too draining. It's just like people with multiple children. Everybody needs something. You got to wear many, many hats. You got to tend to this person's emotional needs or give this person time and attention and stuff like that. And once you're giving all your energy out, how do you have enough for yourself? So in relationships, you have to be able to balance having a relationship. I mean, having energy for yourself and making sure that you're giving the adequate amount of energy to your relationship so that it is growing and it's building. But if you're spreading yourself so thin, how is anything being accomplished? People get into these relationships built on material gain. No, that's wrong. Your relationships are meant to build and grow and develop you spiritually, mentally, and emotionally, right? And then the physical, which is the material, is a part of that. But you got to have whole people coming together to feed each other. See, energy is currency. So, where you're putting your focus and your attention to, that's where your energy goes. And if you're splitting it through multiple people, how are you really growing anything? To me, in my opinion, it's just a lot of sex and hopes of building and working. But if you're working all these many jobs, how are you putting all this time in yourself? You're not. So something is lacking. Something is going to be lacking somewhere. So I just feel strongly that for people to truly build a loving empire, it has to stem from a loving, committed, loyal, faithful relationship. One with self first and then with your partner. Then y'all on the same page. Y'all working together as a team. You are each other's front and back. You know, you are each other's confidence. You know, and actually, honestly, and this is Mixing all these sexual energies throws a woman's pH balance off, and the males too. You know, you get all these different diseases because you out here just having sex. And a lot of men, they like the polygamy thing because they don't really know what it means to be committed to one person. So they figure, well, two women to keep me together, or three women to keep me together, and we all know, and everything's out in the open. But no, there's still gonna be some type of jealousy, or someone feeling like they're not being giving their fair share, whether they verbalize it or not, whether they hide it or not. But the energy is gonna be there. Energy never, never, never lies. Men lie, women lie. Energy does not. Okay. So those are just some things that I just wanted to share with you guys from the download that I got today. And also I wanted to say, uh, it's imperative that you need to be on the straight and narrow. Um, I know people are in their bisexual relationships, and to each his own. I'm not for that. I already have a vagina. I don't want another one. you know, I'm strictly for the pole. Okay, so and that's another thing. you know, uh, People ought to be very honest with their sexuality and what you like. And me, in my opinion, I would like a man that likes women, women only. And what I mean, women only, me only. I don't want to be number one, you know. I'm the only one, that's in my mind. Because I believe that even the stranger energy was good for the goose, good for the gander. So if you want me to be committed, loyal, and faithful to you, I mean, you have to do the same for me. And I mean, I also believe that we can get, as freaky as we want to in the bed. We don't have to have multiple people. There's so many ways that you can explore. And again, sex is meant for manifestation. We can make money in the bed, baby. We can create that, right? Because we can focus our energy to create and bring that which is meant for us down to us in the physical realm. Because sex is a spiritual act, and people just, they get out of the way of that, and they just let their lust take over. But sex is a spiritual act. Every time you're having sex, you are going to a different realm, whether you realize it or not. The things you're saying with that person is being heard in the spiritual realm. The things you're doing with that person is being seen in the spiritual realm. Energy is being transmuted. That's the reason why a lot of times when you're not even with your partner and you think about them, you feel a sexual sensation like they with you, right? That's because energy transfers. It's never destroyed. It always transfers. So I just wanted to drop those little jewels and my thoughts to give you a little clarity of the download that I got today. Um, but like I said, I'm not knocking you if that's what you want to do. I wish you the best, but be prepared for the worst, especially when you're mixing um, energies like that, because everything is spiritual first. And people get out of the way of that. They just look at the physical, but everything is spiritual first. And once you start looking at everything is spiritual, then you start opening up and realizing and seeing the things that are hidden, you know, because if I'm with the guy and you're sleeping with somebody, I'm going to know. I'm going to feel it. I'm going to have a dream or something. And it's always been like that. And listen, I am so cold, and men that I've been with in a relationship and I've told them things, they can validate this. I will see you and her in my dream and face and see everything you're doing. It's like I will be there. I would be inside the dream and outside the dream at the same time. So I would know everything. I remember years ago, um, back in, I want to say 2011, I was with the guy and he was cheating on me. And uh, I woke up from a dream and I told him, I said, I had a dream. I was crying. I was like, you cheating on me and you gotta have a baby. You're like, you ain't nobody cheating on you. Ain't nobody gonna have no baby. And I told him, I said, yes, it's a little boy. And I gave him the boy's name. Fast forward 3 years later, that's exactly what happened with that exact name because I saw it. I see things. I have dreams. So by me being so highly intuitive like I am, I'm gonna know when you're lying. You can tell me all day, you can use a straight face, you can whatever, but I'm gonna know when you're lying because I'm gonna feel it. And it's just what it is. So if you're mixing energies with someone else, I'm gonna know. If you're talking to someone else, I'm gonna know. If you're dishonoring me or being deceptive in any type of way, I'm gonna know. And that's the reason why I tell guys all the time, I give them disclaimers, hey, I'm spiritual and I have different gifts and I know when people lying. I feel it. Not only do I feel it, I see it. I have dreams and visions. And if you're around that person you're sleeping with, I'm going to know because your energies are going to connect with each other in front of me. So it's very, very hard to hide something from me if you're in a relationship with me. And it's just what it is. And if I'm in a relationship with you, I'm going to be 100. But once I see that you're not doing the same, I'm going to let you go because I have no problem with walking away from anyone because I understand how valuable and potent my energy is. And I like to keep my energy good and clear because my energy helps heals others. And I do not like to transform or transfer any negative energy on anyone. And I make products and things like that too. So if my energy is thrown off, I'm not making any products because I understand energy transfers. So I won't make any products. I won't do any Reiki energy healing. I won't do anything on the energy aspect if my energy is thrown off because I do not want to put any toxic energy on anyone else. And I will go and self cleanse. And by me being a healer, I know how to heal myself. So I will heal myself first, and then I can heal others. So those are just some of the tidbits and downloads that I got today. And I just wanted to share that Spirit has really been working on me with delivering that message because I just really been seeing that people think that more that multiple is more. No, less is more. Ashe, confirmation. So less is more. You don't need so many people to manifest the things that you want. All you need is yourself and your divine partner. And you'll be surprised of the things that y'all can come up with, the ideals and the things that you can do. Many people do so many things by themselves. And most of the successful men I know, they have a strong woman behind them. And the ones that have been in faithful, committed relationships, they go the farther. They go the farthest. You know, their foundation lasts the longest. You don't see them in a lot of drama and chaos and rumors and stuff like that because they honor what they have and they realize what they have and they protect that and they protect the energy of that in their energy and their spouse energy. They don't try to cross contaminate energies like what I tell it because you never know what a person is struggling with. They won't tell you. They'll just transfer their energy onto you to cleanse their energy off. Seriously. So, um, this is the message I wanted to give you guys. I hope you're having a great Sunday on today. And peace and blessings to you. Ashe.